Now next move on to the next topic of CSS, which is the colors. Since we have already done some few colors and color changes and all, but I'm going to teach you how can you provide colors in three different methods. That is, first method is directly giving the HTML5 color names, like this, that is a color which can directly give the HTML5 color name. Or else we can give the color name, like instead of color directly the HTML color names, we can give the hexadecimal value. But what you have to understand is you have to understand the hexadecimal value of each and every color. So I think you all may not be skilled in particular hexadecimal values. So hexadecimal values are usually given using hash by preceding with a 6 numbers, or it can be always 3 numbers also, doesn't mind. So 000 will constitute a black, and FFF will constitute a white. If you are going to change all these, some of these hexadecimal values, it will change accordingly. So that is another way in order to give the color names, in order to represent the colors. The final method is giving the RGB values. That is, instead of giving the HTML color names or hexadecimal, we can give the RGB color values. That is a RGB, that is a red, green and blue. So we can give the RGB values, that is, we can give 0, 0 or 0. So that constitutes a black. And if you are going to give like F, F, that represents a white or something. We have to know the RGB values properly also. So instead of that, I would recommend, because it is a beginners, we are all beginners, since you are a beginner, it would be better if you can use the hexadecimal values, you can use the HTML5 names directly, like red, black or blue, like similarly. Fine. So that is the 3 methods which you can try. If you are going to be an expert in CSS and all, you can use the hexadecimal values or the RGB values also. Next, moving on to the class or ID. So before I'll let you through guiding through the class or ID, I have promised you to teach you one thing which is called as div, right? So I told you that the importance of div comes in when we are studying about the CSS. So what is going to happen is, for the div, I told you that we can particularly group all the headings into inside a particular div, and we can give the div a name, so that, because since we are having multiple div here, we can just call the div here directly. Okay. If I'm going to call the div directly, what would happen is, if I'm going to give the all the divs color as red, okay. If I'm going to give all the div color as, if I'm going to just call div and the color as red, but my aim was to provide the color to all the headings as red. But what it is going to appear is, all the divs that contains the particular contents will be constituted with the red color. So now what will to happen is, we have to give the each div a unique name, right? So for that purpose, there are 2 methods to give the div. In order to call this particular div into the CSS, that is a style.css file, we have 2 methods. Like, either you can give the corresponding div name with the help of a attribute called class, or you can either give it using ID. Okay. So these are the 2 properties in order to call a particular or a unique tag to a CSS. Not only for div, you can give ID or class to each and every tag also. Not only for div also, you can give the class attribute and ID property to, or ID attribute to any other tags, that is available in the HTML. So right now, now you can notice one more thing, that I have called the div and I've given the color red. So usually all the div, that is here there is one div, that is h1 to h6. Here there is another div two p tags. So basically all the h1 to h6 and p tag should be in red, right? But here you can see some of the headings that is in violet, some is in blue, this p tag is in blue. So what it generally happens is the more priority is for the inline CSS or the internal CSS. So only if we have given any other styles for the inline CSS for any other tags or internal CSS for any other tags, that will be applied first. So the first priority will be the inline CSS, then the internal CSS, then only comes the external CSS. So if you want to apply the common style, then we have to remove this particular inline CSS and we can apply call and apply to this particular external style sheet. Now I want to provide the red color only to this div contents. That means this div contents. If so, I have to give either a class name or an ID name. Now you may be thinking, what is the difference between a class name and an ID name, right?
For that, I'll take a real life example in order to show you the difference between a class name and an ID name. So consider a common class in a school or college. Especially in class, what we call as in school, which is distinguished as it is a 10th class, it is a 9th class, it's a 8th class, or it's a +1 class or something. In colleges, we'll be calling it as if an engineering background, they'll be calling it is a computer science class, it is an electrical class, it is an electronics batch class, or it is a mechanical batch class. So likewise, each class will be consisting of a number of students or a group of students that will be sharing some similar features. That for example, in computer science class will be the students will be of same age, and also they will be having a taste of computer science. They having more interest in computer science and not in mechanical background. So likewise, a class name can be given to a group of elements inside HTML. When comparing to HTML, we can give it a group of elements, we can give a class name. Also, this class name can be given to more number of groups. So that is for example, more number of groups in the sense, for example, there will be 2 computer science batches, right? So there will be 2 computer science class. Like as in school, there will be 2 divisions for 10th standard, 10th A and 10th B. So we can give a common class name like 10th. So the class name can be shared among different groups. Also, a class name is given to a group of elements if you want to share the same class name to a different group of elements. Now, coming to an ID, in school as well as colleges, as well as in work related also, each of everyone will be given a unique identity card. So ID card will be given to each ID card will be unique by their ID number. So ID number will be different for each students. Also, the contents of the ID card will be different. So usually, similarly, the same concept has been applied here too. ID will be provided only to a single or a unique element. If I want to give only the style to only H5, I'll be giving an ID with a unique name, and that ID name cannot be shared with any other HTML elements. If I have sharing also, there is the output will not be any, it won't show any error, or output will not be any difference or not, but logically it is not correct. So based on the logic that we have, ID should be given unique to unique elements. So each element's ID should be different, ID name should be different. But if you are going to give if I want to give a group of elements a single name, I can give a class name, and this class name can be shared by different other groups also. Okay, so that is what is the difference between a class and an ID. Okay, now what we are planning to do is, I want to give the color of all the H1 to H6 tag as red. So I am going to give the class name as heading or head or heads. Okay, so I am going to give the class name as heads. Now inside the style sheet, I can, instead of calling the div, I can call it as heads, but there is a difference like heads. Okay, so now there is a now if I suppose I'm going to give this div as an ID, id also heads. So now the system may be in confusion. Suppose consider I have given this group as a class with the heads and this group with the id as heads. But what happens is system may be confused, like if I'm going to simply call heads, usually we can call their direct name only for the tag. The tag names can only be directly called in CSS. If we are going to call any class or ID or anything, we want to call it using a special character. For calling the class name into the external style sheet, we have to call it using dot operator. That means if I am calling dot heads and color giving red, all the class group that contains same class name will be applied with the red color. But this won't be applied with the red color because it is an ID. If I want to call an ID, then I have to give it as represented using hash. So that is a basic difference of calling a class and ID in external style sheet. If I want to call a class name from an HTML to a style sheet, I have to call using dot. If I want to call a ID to the external style sheet, I have to call them using hash. So that is a basic difference. Now we will try it on and we will check it if my logic is correct or not. So I'm going to give as dot head. So dot means basically represent class. Okay. So if this red is going to apply here, my logic is wrong. So let's check in the red. See, all the headings, these violet and blue, because they have given us inline and internal CSS. That is a reason. So if you are going to remove it, let me remove it so that it will be a common one. If I don't want it, I can comment it. That is also possible. Control / yeah, while talking about the comment, if I want to comment any particular thing like hash heads, color dot red or white, I'm going to give it a, suppose in some cases while I'm coding, I don't want to print out the statement, so I just want to comment it. For commenting in CSS, usually which will be comment, the same shortcuts which has been used in the HTML can be applied. That is control / it will automatically get commented. So this is a format for commenting in CSS, that is control Z. So in order for commenting in CSS, what we will be using a / with star, then the end of the comment will be represented using */. So instead of giving it manually, we can select the particular things that we want to comment and use simply control /. So control / is a shortcut for HTML as well as in CSS. Okay. Okay, now let's check. Okay, here the blue is been applied. So H3 I have applied blue. I can comment it. I can save it. See, all the heading division, that is a class with the all the division with the class name as head has been applied with the red color. But the p tag has not been applied because it is not a class. Instead, it is an ID. If I want to provide the ID as, then I can comment this and I can, okay, since it is a white background, the white is, we cannot see the content. So I'll give it as blue. Now this can be red. Okay, fine. So the internal inline CSS that I'm going to remove. Fine. Okay, save. So there you go guys. So this is with the class and this is with the ID. So usually we don't give the ID for the div and all. That is not a basic logic, because we are giving the ID only to a particular element. So ID can be given like, so logic out for the output, and there will not be showing any error, but logically this is correct. We can give, if you're going to give a particular div, a particular name for a div, there is a group of elements, we can use class. Okay, so that is the difference between class, div